how to DJ on a budget. I'm DJ Spiegel Spin, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get the most out of DJing without breaking the bank. Whether you plan on DJing as a hobby or you plan on doing it as a career or a side hustle, it could get overwhelming and it could seem very expensive. But with some creativity and knowing what actually matters and what doesn't, it doesn't have to be that expensive. So in this video, I am going to go through some of my personal tips on how to get the most out of DJing without spending so much money. So first, let's get into gear. With gear, now that it's 2022, it's a lot different than when DJing first began. You would need 2 turntables, you would need a mixer, you would need all these giant crates of records. Now, all we technically need to DJ is just an iPad or just a phone. Now, there are a lot of accessories that make it much better and other things that are required, but no longer do we need big expensive devices such as laptops or mixers or turntables to get into DJing. And to also, if you plan on DJing professionally, you could do professional DJ performances and gigs using just an iPad and some of these great affordable controllers. All right, so the first thing that you are going to want to get when you're DJing with the iPad or DJing in general is a controller. Now, this could get tricky, this could get confusing. It's kind of like iPhones. They come out with new ones all the time with new features, and you might fall in the trap of wanting the next best controller. Now, honestly, when it comes down to it, if you're doing gigs, if you're performing in public, nobody really cares what controller you use. The only people that are going to really care what controller that you're using are other DJs, so it doesn't really matter as long as your controller has certain features that are necessary, such as a mic input if you plan on using the mic, and headphone accessibility, because it is important to be able to use headphones when you DJ. Now, if you look over here, I use the app DJ Pro, so you could go into your settings, go into MIDI devices, and you can map any controller to have any feature that you want. So let's say a new controller comes out with a really cool feature that you wish you had, like like another effects button or something. You could always map it into a button or a knob on the controller that you already have, that the button that you're not using. Okay? So when it comes to controllers, pick one out. There's plenty of great controllers. If we look over here on Amazon, we could find some great controllers for under $200, and we could find some great controllers to get started with even under $150 and even under $100, such as the Newmark DJ2Go2 Touch. This controller, it has everything you need to get started, and it is a professional quality controller for under $100, and there'll be a link below if you guys want to get one of those. But also, like the Pioneer DDJ400, these controllers are not that expensive. Don't think that you need to have one of these $1,000 4-channel controllers to get started in DJing, because it is not true. And you really don't need to have such an expensive controller. Another way to save money as a DJ is to find where you're going to get your music from. There's a couple of different ways DJs get music into their DJ decks, and one of them is by signing up to a record pool. Some of them are like $20 a month. You could download as many songs as you want. But if you plan on using the iPad like I do, then this is not really the best option, because iPad has limited storage compared to a laptop. So it might be hard to store all of these songs on your device. Of course, you could use external storage devices, but you're also going to run into issues with the more songs that you get. So what I would recommend is by signing up to one of the integrated streaming services on the program that you plan on using. In DJ Pro, you could use Tidal, SoundCloud, or Beatport. So for $10 a month, you will have access to pretty much any song there is out there. And it's like millions and millions of songs. So you will have pretty much unlimited music, and when new songs come out, they will be instantly added to these streaming services. So for the $10 a month is the only thing that you're going to have to pay for all of your music as a DJ. And then the next thing is depending on what software you guys plan on using. A lot of the softwares now require a monthly subscription. So if we look at DJ Pro's monthly subscription, one second. DJ Pro for 1 month is $6.99, and for a whole year is $39.99. So just keep that in mind that if you plan on using DJ Pro and paying by year, which I recommend because you save a little bit of money, that it's going to cost you $40 every single year. It's a recurring charge. So it's a subscription service. So keep that in mind. So we got about $200 to $300 for the controller. We have about $40 for the whole year for the software, and then we have $10 a month for the subscription for the streaming service. So overall, it's not that expensive of a hobby. And then if you plan on doing it as a career, there's only a couple of additional things that you are going to need, which is a set of good quality speakers. Now, these don't have to be that expensive, but you want to have good quality speakers because you could be the best DJ in the world, but if your speakers are terrible and nobody can hear the music correctly, then it's not really going to matter. So when you pick out speakers, a good rule is that for every person that is at the event, you want to have at least 5 watts. So if you get a 100-watt speaker, then you will have enough watts for 20 people, I think, and so on and so forth. But if you are DJing outside, you might want to get even more powerful speakers. But if we look on Amazon, we type in DJ party speakers, we could find some pairs for, and this is a pair. It has everything you need in stands and microphone for only 400, for less than 400. And it depends. Just make sure you guys read reviews, but you don't need to get the $1,000 huge speakers, especially if you're not doing the biggest events in the world. And then as you grow and as you see what you might need, you could add on more stuff to your setup. Another thing that you might need is a DJ booth, but you don't have to spend a lot of money on getting one of the expensive ones. As long as you could get a table that is at the right height and you put a black sheet over it, you will look very professional, and make sure that you have your wires straightened out. These little things, they don't cost anything, but they could go a long way on making you look more professional and being able to charge more for your service. And then also with advertising and with acquiring customers, if you guys are very active on social media and you're posting videos and pictures on Instagram, people will see what you do, and then you'll get more customers organically, and you won't have to pay as much for advertising. And then also word of mouth goes a long way. So once you do get the gigs, if you're professional and you do a great party for these people, of course they're going to tell all their friends, and you're going to get a bunch of more customers for free. So I hope this helped you guys save some money and also make more money as a DJ. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you found value in this video, give it a like. Thank you.